Alright everyone, weekend na naman no? So, I hope na naging profitable yung week nyo, naging stress-free, naging enjoyable, okay? And welcome na naman sa ating weekly market overview. Ang bilis talaga ng panahon. Parang makurap ka lang, tapos na naman na isang linggo, tapos na naman na isang buwan, no? So, sa mga hindi pa po nakakaalam, what we do here is we take a look at yung PSEI along with the other sectoral indices to help us paint a bigger picture approach sa pag-time natin at paghanap natin ng mga potential trades. Okay? And as always, we'll start off with the PSEI. Yung PSEI, nangyari nga yung pullback that we were just discussing last week, di ba? So, ang sabi natin noon, there was resistance here, price came back, tagged it. So, resistance was here. Bakit dyan nun? Kasi it was in confluence with these structural lows. Diba? O cluster ng mga lows na to. So, price came back, tagged this, and as expected, nag-react siya. So, nagkaroon tayo ng pullback. Okay? Now, tignan natin sa daily chart kung ano itsura niya. But before we do that, let's just see what else we can glean from here, no? So, dito, price has just essentially been grinding upwards in a steep slope. Okay? When we go to daily, makikita natin yung konting galaw niya. But here we can see that it's just grinding up. So, kailangan natin ingatan ng konti yung ganyan. Pullbacks are inevitable. Okay? So, ang tanong lang, when we go down to daily, is ano yung lalim ng pullback na sana gusto nating makita and na sana mag-hold moving forward. Now, sa daily chart, as I said, yung steep incline na yon, mas marami tayong nakikitang moves, no? Kasi syempre, nasa lower time frame na tayo ng konti. Now, from here, makikita natin, we discussed this last week. When we tag this, nag-form tayo ng bearish engulfing here. Tapos, price came back. Saan tayo unang nag-hold? Dito rin sa level of support na drino out natin before. So, dyan tayo nag-hold. Then, when price closed beneath it, nag-push down. Now, ang tanong is, nag-mock up ba tayo or magic on close etong araw na to? So, let's check, no? There's a 5-minute time frame before we continue. So, we did. We were trading at 7226. Tapos, nag-close tayo 7280. So, medyo malaki-laki rin yung tinalon niya. Now, why is that important? Usually kasi, mga gap ups or gap downs tend to get filled on the next day or two. Okay? So, meaning kapag nag-mock up tayo sa close, usually kinabukasan or in this case, sa Monday, nababawi yun ng konti. I'm not saying na mababawi siya all the way, but it's unlikely na mag-open tayo at exactly 7280 rin. Usually, we open a bit lower. Of course, this is not a certainty, pero yun lang yung mga observations na pwede nating mag-glean when we look back. Na usually, kapag mock up, mag-open tayo ng mas down ng konti. Pag mock down naman, mag-open tayo ng mas up ng konti. Okay? Now, ang gusto nating makita from here is maybe kung mag-pullback tayo, hanggang dito lang tayo sa may white zone. We carve out some type of bottom. Then we start pushing higher from there. Ang ayaw nating makita is if we start pushing higher, tapos mag-hold tong 7326 na area, mag-form tayo ng some type of ng head and shoulders pattern. Then from there, we collapse. 7,000 yung key area natin. If price breaks below 7,000, then we might come back, tag 6-7 or lower. Kung mapapansin nyo, tinanggal ko ibang levels ko sa baba. Kasi for me, nag-iba na Nag-iba na yung flow, diba? So, I don't want to be looking at all of those right now. If price breaks 7,000, babalik yung mga levels natin. But until then, para lang mas malinis tignan, ganito muna. So, yan yung una. Pwede rin kasi na, let's say, mabuo nga. Let's say na mabuo nga yung head and shoulders pattern. There really needs to be an easier way to remove all of these. Mabuo nga yung head and shoulders pattern. Tapos ma-breakout naman to the upside to invalidate. Tulad ng mga pinag-usapan natin from before. Okay? Now, kung hindi man mabuo yung sinasabi natin na head and shoulders, diba? Ayaw pa rin natin makita is ma-break yung 7,000 to the downside. Kung ma-break yung 7,000 to the downside, tas mag-rita sa ilalim, mag-hold, then same thing. We might go back and tag yung 6-7. Alright? Now, syempre, ang gusto nating makita is yun nga, carve bottom, tas break na. Roll up, push higher, break below 7.5, break above 7.5, sorry, so we can aim higher. So, yung next na level nun sa daily is around 7.9 as we discussed. Ito pala, 7.6, 7.7 na area, then followed by 7.9, then 8.2. Okay, yun yung mga resistance levels natin na next. So far, still looking bullish yung PSEI. Okay, mukhang pullback lang to. Okay, and I say mukha kasi we never know naman eh. Yeah, people like to think na hindi, we can anticipate yung ganito na kailangan sigurado yan. Ganito lang yan. But the fact of the matter remains is we never know what the market's gonna do. Diba? We don't know how the market's gonna react. We don't know where the market wants to go. So, tumitingin lang tayo ng mga scenarios to help us plan out kung ano yung mga pwede natin gawin if and when certain things happen. So next, let's take a look at FINA. So yung FINA, you may have noticed, in-adjust ko rin ng konti. So, tumama tayo dito sa area na to. Similar sa PSEI, no? Na tumama tayo sa mga cluster of lows. I've turned this into an area para lang mas malinis. Okay, so for upside, I wanted to break above 1688 para mag-open up tong area na to. Up to 1964. Okay? Right now, what happened was we broke out of this range. Diba? Came back, retested the high of that range, moved higher to form resistance nga, which was established by yung mga lows dito and the new high that formed here. Then we pulled back. Okay? Now, where did we pull back into? For now, we pulled back into etong previous consolidation dito. May brief consolidation sa area na to, dyan tayo nag-pull back. Now, we want to see that hold na sana. Ang ayaw ko makita is for price to break down beneath 1.5, test it from underneath, mag-hold, tapos mag-push lower. Kasi baka mangyari, bumalik lang tayo sa overall range na to, tapos etong pagtaas na to, maging overshoot lang in the grand scheme of things. Okay? Mas okay lang kung kunwari mag-consolidate tayo ng konti dito sa area na to. Diba? Parang nag-i-stair step lang siya pataas. That's fine. Ayaw ko lang sana mabasag ulit to the downsides, bumalik sa range na to. And syempre, of course, everyone's favorite is wala nang buwelo-buwelo pa, we just break out and then start pushing upwards. Diba? But note na just because mabasag natin tong 1688 doesn't necessarily mean na lilipad na yan. Diba? Area of consolidation din to. Price is not just gonna blast through it willy-nilly. Okay? Odds are, pag umabot yan dyan, maghahanap din ulit yan ng base, maghahanap na ano na pwede niyang gamitin to push upwards if it is gonna push upwards. But yun lang, ingat lang tayo na mababreak tayo to the downside, mabasag tong 1.5 na area. For now, looking bullish pa rin but nag-range siya ng konti. So let's see what it does from there moving forward in the next few weeks. Next, let's take a look at prop. So, napapansin nyo rin, tinanggal ko na yung head and shoulders pattern that we were looking at. Not because it's been invalidated, but for now, it's just easier to look at this in terms of, okay, it's ranging in this area. Whether or not head and shoulders yan o hindi, if we break to the downside, bearish pa rin naman eh. So, there was no need to add, for me, dun sa tinitignan kong analysis, pinasimple ko na. If we break below 2.9, then odds are we come back into this area here, and trade between 2.5 to 2.9 in the meantime. Baka bumalik siya dito sa range na to. If mabasag pa yung 2.5, then we go down possibly hanggang 2,000. Now, the ideal scenario from here is we break to the upside of this range. Okay, sa 3.5 na area to target 3.866 next. That opens up this range here. For now, prop remains ranging. It looks bullish pa rin overall but more ranging para sa akin until mabasag natin tong 3459.49 na area. Okay? And then bearish naman kapag mabasag natin yung 2908.26 na level. Alright? Next, let's take a look at INDU. So INDU, the grind continues, no? The grind, tuloy-tuloy yung pag-grind niya. Last week, nag-hold tayo para nag-form tayo ng double top dito. So if we look at that sa daily, makikita natin yung clear na double top right there. Okay? Sa weekly. Tapos we're now stuck in this range here. Okay? Again, if you look at it sa daily, mas evident yung range. So from here, let me remove those. From here, same pa rin. What I don't want to see is your price to come down, take out tong 10,300 na area na to, tapos come back to this range here. But even that, diba? Even that is not all that bearish eh. Kumbaga, medyo surprising lang na it pulled back that far, but overall in the grand scheme of things, tuloy-tuloy pa rin eh, diba? Kahit mag-pull back yan dito, hindi naman siya magmumukhang super bearish. Diba? Deeper than slightly expected lang yung pullback. However, if we come back and we break below tong 9.7 na area and start trading beneath it, here sa range na to, then it's not gonna look quite as bullish as yung what it looks like na ngayon. 'Di ba? Baka pag nandyan na tayo, mag-signal yan na, pag nabasa ko naman to 8.9 to the downside, then baka bumalik tayo ng 8.2 and so on. Okay, so yun yung iniingatan natin. It's not that it's gonna look like the most bearish thing in the world. Pullback is a pullback pa rin, but alam mo yun, it's so deep, parang inundo mo na tong move na to that pullback might not actually be the correct term na eh. Parang na-reverse na siya, nakain na siya pabalik, baka mabasag na tayo to the downside. Okay, for now, INDU remains bullish. Okay? What we want to see from here, of course, is maybe mag-consume muna siya dito, bigyan ng chance yung mga tao makapasok, makaipon, then mag-break tayo to the upside sa 11,100 na area. And if we do that, the next target is this cluster of highs up here. Okay? Moving on, let's take a look at mini. Now, parang ganito, no, yung mining, essentially, itong move na to, na-undo na. Okay? Diba? Itong quick move up na to, na-undo na, bumalik na tayo sa original range. So, ang expectation ko sa kanya is baka dito muna tayo ulit sa area na to. Lalo na, if we start trading back up, tas mauntog dito, mag-hold, tas mag-move down ulit, then, for me, that's a confirmation na baka dito muna tayo for the meantime. If mabasag tong 9,016 na area, then that opens up this range here. So, 8,066 hanggang 9,016 na area for price to possibly trade in moving forward. Kapag mabasag pa yung 8,066, baka medyo delikado na kasi may strong move up tayo dito. Price might come back and tag tong area of consolidation from before. So medyo malalim na yan, no? 6,000 plus. So wag naman sana, wag natin pangunahan. Linggo-linggo naman, sama-sama natin tinitignan. So mababantayan natin siya together and we'll all learn together, no? Yung bullish scenario is if price can come back and reclaim etong 10,000 na area and start trading above it, balik tayo sa range na to, parang i-validate lang niya na this wasn't simply an overshoot. Now, we'll come back, trade within this area here, possibly use that as a base, and then if ma-break natin tong 10,900, ang target is tong 11.5 na area next, then 12,449. Okay? For now, mining's looking like a little bearish / ranging, no? Ranging just because we came back here, but the overall move was bearish, at least in the short to mid-term. Okay? So, kung may hinahanap kayo sa mga mining na may hinahanap kayo na potential na ma-pick sa bottom, ganon, then this might be a chance to look for those opportunities kung very bullish kayo sa mga pangalan na yun. Next, let's take a look at holdings. So, holdings, similar dun sa prop note, inalis ko na rin yung head and shoulders pattern. Simplify na natin yung pag-analyze natin moving forward since na-invalidate naman na. So far, ranging pa rin tayo and I feel it's gonna trade within this range muna, at least in the meantime, until tumulak na naman yung PSEI and then we start moving higher and we have new breakouts leading to new 52-week highs. In the case of holdings, I want to see it break 7614.83 para sa bullishness. Then, see price trade here, 76 to 8,182. Then, if mabasag tong 8,200, then next target might possibly be yung gap fill natin dito sa taas na to. What we don't want to see is a break to the downside. Again, similar sa diniscuss natin sa iba. Okay, a break to the downside, test underneath, mag-hold tong 6-7, then we push lower kasi baka bumalik lang tayo sa original na range na to. Okay? Pag bumalik tayo sa original range na to, iniingatan naman natin kasi kapag bumalik tayo dito, essentially, sideways pa rin yan eh. In the grand scheme of things, sa big picture, sideways ka pa rin eh. Di ba? Ang ayaw nating makita is mabasag to the downside, mag-break tong 5,850. For me, pag ganyan, very, very bearish na. Test underneath, hold, breakdown. Okay? So, for now, it remains bullish if ranging pa rin, di ba? Nasa tight range tayo. If ma-break to, bearish pero overall, ranging pa rin sa bigger picture. Pag babasag to, very, very bearish na. Okay, for now, we remain na somewhat bullish / ranging dito tayo sa area na to. Okay, gusto natin makita na tumuloy na, sana. Okay, kasi ganito, nagpo-pullback. That's perfectly fine. Wag lang tayo mabasag to the downside. So, finally, let's take a look at SERV, no? So, SERV, led by Globe, diba? Nag-pullback tayo. Hindi tayo umabot dito sa blue zone na to. Okay, I wanted the slightly deeper pullback sana. Balik tayo dito. We didn't even reach itong high na dito, yung overshoot from here. Okay, tapos nag-roll up na tayo. Then we started pushing higher again. So now, to continue bullishness, we want to see it break above tong 2,062 na area. Then kapag nabasag yan, to target tong mga highs, cluster of highs up here. So marami sila, no? That's from 2.1 to 2.2 and so on. Okay? Possible din na from here, kung ayaw pa niya, pwedeng mag-flag down muna tayo eh. Pwedeng mag-ganito. Something like that, no? I realize pangit yung drawing ko. Pasensya na, talagang hindi ako magaling mag-drawing eh. So, possible na mag-flag din tayo, bull flag pababa. Hindi ako magugulat kung bumalik tayo dito sa blue range na to. Okay? For now, we're still stuck overall dito sa larger range na to na na-form, no? So, when we got the swing high, swing low, price is still stuck here. Okay? So, it's looking bullish, diba? Albeit still stuck in the bigger range. If mabasag tong 2,062, then likely we push much higher. Again, targeting yung low sa pinag-usapan natin. However, if we come back down and we break beneath this blue zone here, okay, sabihin natin, whether flag pa yan or kung ano pa man din, tas nabasag yung blue zone na to, okay, then likely we come back to this original range here. So, yung may drawing tayo ng dalawang lines. We might come back to dito sa area na consolidation na to. Then we'll see from there what price starts to do. Okay, again, it's gonna be a slightly deeper pullback than anticipated, but because of yung nature ng move niya, na yun nga, sunod-sunod lang, green candles, diba? Hindi naaagulat na if mag-flag man tayo, na mabalikan natin yun. Again, I'm not saying it will, kaya nga tayo may blue zone dito kasi feeling ko, if mag-flag lang, or something to that extent, we come back here. Diba? But, hindi ako magugulat din kung umabot tayo dito kasi syempre, handa tayo for that potential scenario. However, if umabot tayo dito, tas sobrang pangit ng structure of how it got there, then baka dehado na tayo. Again, it's hard to anticipate what that might look like until it does happen eh. Kasi sometimes, marami yung mga pwede nating makitang scenario na hindi natin gusto eh. Diba? Too many to mention. So, I don't want to preempt that. I just want to see what happens kung umabot man. Honestly, I feel na kapag mag-pullback man to, hanggang dito lang siya sa blue zone, then we can see from there what we want to do. But again, if deeper, titignan pa rin natin. However, if mabasag altogether tong 1.5, I assume lahat naman tayo magkakasundo na hindi na siya maganda talaga. And it might lead to move slower. Possibly hanggang 1.3, 1.350 na area, and so on. Okay? So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung weekly market overview natin. I hope kahit paano po ay nakatulong to sa inyo. May natutunan po kayo kahit konti. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!